Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. And in this video, I just wanted to show you guys some photos that I actually took from the cell tower that's actually right down the road from me. If I open up Google Photos here, I actually have two pictures that I'm actually going to show you guys. For those of you that are curious, about the tower that's actually near me. So this is actually the tower that I talk about when I make my videos, the one that is, down the road from me. It's only like, not even a mile or two down the road from me. I figured that I would actually show you guys the physical tower itself. I figured that I would take some pictures of it and actually show you guys, the setup that, they have around here. So this is actually the tower itself right here. I actually do have my waveform 4x4 antenna connected, to this tower. It's actually up in the attic, like I always say in my videos, it's up in the attic, facing down the road, near the old truck stop. And this is actually, right where it's at. There's actually a truck stop, an old truck stop. It's not actually being used anymore. But I'll, show you guys that photo in a minute. But this is the main tower here, that, supplies the cell coverage, for me, in this area, for me and my mom, and anybody else, that lives in this area. So like I said, it's literally, right down the road from me. And if I can actually zoom in here, yeah, I can. So you can see, it has the, the red light on top, for, planes and stuff. It's a pretty tall tower, actually. So, but there is actually like an add-on that they have, also that I took a picture of, and that's actually the next picture here. So this is, like I said, this is a sign, that, it used to be an old truck stop. So this is a sign for the, for the truck stop and the gas prices and everything, when it was still active. But what I noticed was if I zoom in here, this is actually being used, for cell phone, reception. They actually have, components on the, on the sign itself. Now I didn't actually see any on the other side. I didn't see any, on the side, on the right side over there. So it's actually on this side right here. That's actually facing toward the highway. So that's that's another component. That it looks like they added on there. I don't know if that's actually, I don't know if that's actually 5G components. I don't know if it's 4G components, 3G, whatever it is. I don't really know if they still have 2G or whatever. But my guess is that it's probably something newer, that they added on there. It kind of seems like to me, that it's probably 5G. That's probably what I would, say that it is. I can't really, know for sure. I don't really know for sure, but that's definitely, some kind of, cell tower, some kind of, cell mechanism stuff on there. That's definitely not, anything to do with the sign, but, that's definitely a good thing, that the truck stop allowed them to do that, or actually, whoever owned that, I guess they decided not to take down the sign, due to that being on there, because they're using that, as a cell tower, basically. So, or a cell component, tower to add more, components, from, this tower, and then they, have this as well. So that's definitely a good thing. So that probably explains why, I get, basically perfect signal on my phone, basically all the time. As you guys can see up there in my status bar, I have, basically perfect signal right now. So, like I said, it's literally right down the road from me, both of these towers. Well, that's, obviously the main tower there, and then that's, kind of like an add-on, to that tower, I suppose, I would be guessing anyway. So, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if this is actually 5G components, I don't know if you guys would be able to tell, if you guys, know about that kind of stuff, if anybody knows, if they're, 4G components or 5G components, definitely let me know, down below in the comments. That would definitely be helpful, obviously no, but, so that's, basically the tower setup that we have in our area. Like I said, I don't really get the best upload speeds in my area, which is a really big surprise to me, honestly, especially since they have, this main tower here, like I said, and then they have, this, add-on, if you will, this, add-on component, to the old truck stop sign there, so I would honestly think that I would get better, all around, speeds and stuff, but I do get 500 to 600 on the download, pretty much consistently, with the T-Mobile 5G home internet, or Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet, that I'm actually using now. I'm actually using a Metro by T-Mobile SIM card, in my third-party gateway. I actually, I go more into detail, about that, on my channel, so, you can check out those videos, but, long story short, it's still T-Mobile, I'm still using T-Mobile, for the 5G home internet, so, but this is definitely a T-Mobile tower, for sure, it's probably also got AT&T, Verizon, other ones on there, but I haven't, really checked, about those, but I know that it definitely is a T-Mobile tower, that one, and whatever this component is up there, I'm definitely sure that that's a T-Mobile tower, for sure. So but that's basically the video, guys. I just wanted to show you guys these. I just wanted to post the video out, put a video out, and actually, show you guys the actual physical tower, that's, literally right down the road from me. Like I said, I kind of, I'm thinking here, I posted another video out not too long ago talking about that I believe that this tower, actually has like a kind of like a throttle, if you will, or a lock, on the, upload speed, because the upload speed, I actually, when I took the pictures, of this tower, when I was actually, sitting, literally right near the tower, I actually ran a speed test on my phone, and I was, obviously I was getting better, upload speed and download speed than I do at the house, but what I noticed was I was noticing that I wasn't getting really, like really fast upload speed, like I thought that I was going to get. I was only getting, like 25 to 30 on the upload, and that's, about what I get at the house. Actually I get less than that, at the house. I only get like 5 to 10, on my phone, for the upload speed, and, actually for the T-Mobile 5G home internet, or Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet, it's the same thing. But, I noticed that, that I'm not, even being, like right near the tower, I noticed, when I did a speed test, I noticed that my speed was not, like on the upload, it was not like crazy fast. It wasn't like 50 to 100 or 200 or more. So what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking of this tower and this component over here, is only limited to allowing a certain amount of upload speed. So unfortunately, it kind of seems like they're throttling the upload speed on this tower, to only a certain amount of upload speed. So, I talked about that before in my video, that I made about, using, CellMapper. I use an app called CellMapper. I can actually show you guys. I have it right here. It's right there on my phone. It's an app called CellMapper. I'm not going to go into it because it actually shows, my personal address and all that stuff. But, so long story short, I used an app called CellMapper, in order to, in order to see, what, the average, download speed and upload speed was for this tower, or what this tower, actually, produces or puts out. And, according to what I read on there, it was saying that, the average upload speed for this tower to be putting out, is actually like 7 Mbps, and then it said 7 Mbps. So, that's telling me right there that this tower has some kind of limitation, on it, from the carrier, from T-Mobile themselves, that they're only limiting, the tower to put out a certain amount of upload speed. So unfortunately, there's not really anything I can do about that. There's not really anything I can do about that unless they upgrade the tower, to be able to, make it have, faster upload speed. I talked about that more in my other video that I made about, talking about that more. But that's basically what it seems like to me, because like I've said, I've tried, countless things, to try to get better upload speed in this area, and that's the thing, I have third-party equipment, so if I can't get better upload speed with third-party equipment, like the Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway / modem, that allows, band logging, allows, network mode switching, all that kind of stuff, and it also allows, using, other SIM cards, like I'm using in it now, the Metro by T-Mobile, tablet SIM card, for $20 a month. It's basically the same thing, it's T-Mobile, it's the same thing, but, it's only $20 a month, instead of $50 a month, for the actual, T-Mobile 5G home internet. But, so basically, what I'm thinking is, like I said, since I, sat directly near the tower, and I did a speed test on my phone, and I wasn't getting much better, speed, than I am, actually at home, using my phone and using the T-Mobile 5G home internet, that's telling me that it's nothing to do with my equipment. From the research that I've done, it seems like it's the tower, that it's basically, being, locked behind a throttle is basically what it, is doing. It's basically, being slowed down, on purpose, basically, by T-Mobile. They have like a, like kind of like a throttle on it, that they're only allowing, a certain amount of, upload speed to be, put out. So, that's the thing, there's not going to be, really anything I can do, about that until they actually lift that, if they ever do. I'm sure that they will, eventually, because it's not, in 2024, even in 2023, 2022, even in 2020, I mean, that's, even, further back than that, 7 on the download, I mean, on the upload, is definitely not that good at all, 7 Mbps, on the upload. I mean, it's usable, but it's definitely not, what, most people are actually getting nowadays, even 25 or 30, like I said, when I was sitting right next to the tower, doing a speed test on my phone, even 25 to 30, is not really, tops, nowadays what most people are getting, on upload speed. I mean, is it usable? Yeah, it's definitely usable, but, for like most people are actually averaging, on upload speed, most people would be happy with like 50 to 100, or more, on upload speed, and so would I. I would be happy, like I've been saying, I would be happy if I could get 50 on the upload speed, I definitely would. But, it seems like, like I said, from the research that I've done, with the Cell Mapper app, and then, with the, with me, actually sitting right next to the tower and doing a speed test on my phone, and only getting, like 20 to 25 or 30, on the upload speed, that tells me that it's, that this tower, has a throttle on it, it basically has, like a throttle, like a, basically, something holding back the speed, and that's got to be T-Mobile, themselves, that they're limiting, that's basically what I'm trying to say. They're limiting, the amount of upload speed, being allowed, from this tower. So, for the download speed, I get really good download speed, in my area, with the waveform 4x4 antenna. I get 500 to 600, sometimes almost 700 on the download. I'm fine with that. I would probably even be fine, with like 400 or 450, which we occasionally get, if the tower, gets congested or whatever, or it's bad weather or something like that, that's, normal. But, it's not going to always be 500 to 600 or, almost 700. So, that's just how it is, using a cellular, home internet. But, But long story short, basically trying to let you guys know, that I basically found out why my upload speeds are so terrible. I don't think it has anything to do with the equipment that I have. That's basically what I'm stressing here. I don't believe that it has anything to do with that. I believe that it has to do with the with T-Mobile actually having a throttle on this tower. Like I said, on this tower and this component over here. I just think that this is like an add-on component to this tower. I don't think this is actually an actual cell tower. I think that's like I think this is like a 5G or a 4G component that's like added on to that. So but basically that's the video. I just wanted to talk about this. I just wanted to show you guys the tower and this component over here. And like I said, if you guys do know what that is, whether it be 5G, 4G, 3G components, I'm not really sure. It probably is obviously it's probably either 5G or 4G components, because that's the newest, technology. I really wouldn't think, that they would be 3G or 2G components. I think that they're actually down there. I actually think that they're, like further down here, like the smaller components. And then that's the 4G, I believe, right there on the second one. And then on the top, I believe that that's the 5G. I don't really know how it works, but, if you guys know, you guys could definitely let me know, down below in the comments. But yeah, that's basically the video, guys. I just wanted to talk about this. And I just wanted to show you guys the tower and the component, that I, have talked about, in my videos. I have actually talked about this before. I tell it, I talk about it all the time in my, in my speed test videos, that I have a waveform 4x4 antenna, facing, in the attic, out the window. It's facing out the window, near an old truck stop. And this is, like I said, this is the old truck stop. The old truck stop is actually like right over here. It's like over here, behind these trees and everything. And it's actually, like right below this tower over here, or this old sign that used to, have like the gas prices and everything on it. So, but yeah, that's basically the video, guys. And unfortunately, like I said, I've done my research and everything. I've reached out to Reddit and everything. I've also, reached out to people like Nader Tater, on his YouTube channel and everything. And I've reached out to a couple of other people on YouTube, and talked about the upload speeds and everything. And I've done my own research and everything, using CellMapper and everything. And like I said, it seems like to me, and it seems like like other people have told me, it seems like T-Mobile is only allowing this tower to put out a certain amount of upload bandwidth or upload speed. It seems like they're kind of, like throttling the upload speed, especially since I have third-party equipment, and, basically no matter what I do, if I change it from SA mode to NSA mode, or anything like that, it doesn't really seem to help much. If I change the bands, it doesn't really seem to help much. It gives me better, it gives me somewhat better upload speed, but it doesn't give me better download speed. So I've talked about that before. I can get better upload speed, if I mess around with some of the band locking, but it doesn't, give me, as good of a download speed. It'll give me like 200 on the download, and then it'll only give me, like 20 or 25 on the upload, which is better than I get, on SA mode. But if I switch it to NSA mode, and if I mess with the band locking and everything on that, I've noticed that I get, better upload speed, but my download speed goes to crap. So, it's kind of like a situation, where you can't have your cake and eat it too, like I've said before, on my channel. So, for me, I would rather have the better download speed, than I would rather have the better upload speed, so, it seems like to me, like I've been saying, like I said in this video, it seems like to me, from the research that I've done with the Cell Mapper app, saying that this tower, only puts out, around 7 Mbps for the upload. That's what, the average person, averages on this, so, that's telling me, and from what I've talked about, before I've talked to other people on Reddit, I've talked to people on, YouTube, and they told me, that's, basically, probably what's going on, is that the tower is limited, to only, putting out, only producing a certain amount, of upload speed. So, basically, like I said, until T-Mobile, actually lifts that, or makes it, a higher, allowance for the upload speed in this area, there's not really anything I can do about it, or unless they actually upgrade the tower, that could also be why, it could also be, because the tower is outdated or something, like that, but, I don't really know if that's, the case or not, it could be, but it also, could not be, it also could just be that they're, just throttling it, so, but anyway, that's basically the video, guys, like I said, I just wanted to get this video out there, and if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.